In the Backrooms, there are an infinite number of levels and spaces and environments that can generate at random. But today in this video, I want to explain a fake Backrooms level that was created artificially by a group inside of the Backrooms. It's not actually real, and it's only accessed by clicking one file codenamed Euclid_log_1602222, or level 314 if that's easier to say. This is a confusing one for sure. Lots of interesting lore is here, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video, and let's talk about the rumors of this fake level and see what in the world it actually is, shall we? So level 314's page seems completely inconspicuous at first. It has a survival difficulty, it has everything you might expect, a description, and that sort of thing. That difficulty itself is NA, non-applicable, for the level itself being non-existent, devoid of matter, and unfit for life. Or at least that's what we're told. The paragraph describing the level on this page is only a few sentences long, and it reads as follows. Quote, level 314 consists of a vacuumless space of unknown size, but is presumed to be infinite. The only robotic expedition to the level revealed no form of matter or energy existing in the space. The level is completely dark, and lights do not reveal anything, as there is nothing for the lights to reflect off of. The first probe to enter the level had no readings on its accelerometer or its magnometer, indicating that the level is devoid of gravity, and magnetic fields too. After the probe ran out of battery, the Meg declared that there will be no more expeditions to this level. As a result, the entrance to the level has been sealed off. Now, that is the description on the level's page. When you click the link below, you'll get that. And as you can tell, it's easily overlooked. It seems just like a void, empty place. There's no listed bases, there's no communities, no outposts, and the only way you can enter has been blocked off. Most people at this point would give up and just say it's a dead end. There's nothing else here. And you might just think, that's it. That is the end of the video. I can do my outro here. But you would be wrong. At the very bottom of the level's page is a link to a file that can be clicked titled Euclid_log_1602222. Once you click that link, the page that it leads you to reads as follows. Euclid device online. Software version 0.7.9. Power nominal. Target level 314. Credentials verified. Initiating user interface. Success. The Euclid device. And then there is a link that you can click that says activate device after you got to this page, and by doing that, you're led to the real page of level 314, one that appears much differently than the blank, lifeless, deadly original one. This is the fake, manufactured level that I'm going to be telling you about. The opening paragraph on this page says this, quote, welcome to level 314, a collaboration between the BNTG and the Backrooms Remodeling Company. Ever wanted to have a secure place to live inside the Backrooms? Ever gotten confused by the non-Euclidean geometry? Don't worry, we got you covered with our state-of-the-art apartments and convenient access to major levels. End quote. As you can see by that paragraph, this is a starkly different place than the void that has no life they allegedly said existed that this level is. But this place is a newly constructed, fake, artificial level by the BNTG and the Backrooms Remodeling Company, which are two groups inside of these liminal spaces that create things and that do kind of shady business. And they made this place to try to be a secure, safe environment, almost like a utopia of sorts inside the Backrooms. What could possibly go wrong with that? As far as I know, this is the very first artificially created level to be publicly shown besides level 0.2. And the way this place was created was using an experimental device known as the Euclid device. The BNTG and the Backrooms Remodeling Company, they somehow figured out a way to use that device to create matter and geometry out of thin air, which as far as I know, you can't do that. Matter can't be created or destroyed, it can just be changed. But this Euclid device can make it from scratch. And they used this Euclid thing to create this entire complex. Their goal was to make this infinitely expanding apartment building complex with a diameter of 100 meters exactly. They also use that tech to artificially create entrances and custom exits to other levels as desired, as well as community areas, lounges, and that sort of thing. This new level page says that level 314 has been given a class artificial difficulty, and is safe, devoid of entities, and is meant to be able to live on. That's its entire purpose. It appears, as I literally just said, it's an infinitely expanding up and down apartment complex that has been split into several distinct parts, or categories as they're called here. These 4 categories are 1 through 4. Number 1, these are the small apartments in the complex, the cheapest ones. They have no windows, they're very tiny, just boxes. Category 2s, they have bigger rooms, 5 or so. They also have a balcony and the views to the outside, which this level also created outside. There's trees and stuff. Apparently there's also a forest around this building, which was created by the Euclid device. Category 3 apartments and levels in this complex, these are multi-storied apartments. They're much nicer. They have like 10 rooms, and you can pick what kind of wallpaper you get when you rent out these apartments. Category 4s are the nicest, of course, and these can take up an entire floor in this complex. You get access to the amenities like the free community room, water, and food, and that kind of stuff. All of these categories sound very dystopian, very fake, and obviously it's probably too good to be true. But more on that in a second, I don't want to spoil it. But it's very obvious that this level was created to try to be this utopia that people could have cheap, affordable housing inside of, but that just isn't going to fly in the Backrooms. They don't like that kind of stuff here. Under this, on the level page, there are several pictures included from around the level, and it all has that new construction type vibe. There's hardly any character. They're just empty rooms. There's also an entrance directly to level 4. There's a picture of an apartment hallway, more rooms, empty spaces, the community room, and also the grounds that surround the level, which they themselves appear to be some kind of forest with walking trails. But utopias are never as good as they seem. This is obviously not a safe place to be, and that's exactly what the secret logs at the end of the page hint towards. Quote, "Dear Wilson Pottinger, greetings. I am Martin Saunders, research lead of the Eden Project. I'm reporting about a potential error during the stabilization process of level 314 that our science team discovered. The BNTG science team's latest research concluded that the Euclid device, being a prototype, had an error in its geometric loading software, leading to unstable geometry on the higher floors. We calculated that the effect will be visible at around 1300, beyond which the distortions will increase exponentially. Signs of distortion include non-Euclidean geometry, no clipping zones, and fractured reality. This is a very serious issue. Fractured realities can dismember a human being, and most of them are just 0.1 millimeters in diameter. On behalf of the Eden Project science team, please do not ever let anyone go beyond floor 1300. Sincerely, employee Martin Saunders." So, as you can see right there, I was right. This is not completely a utopia. It's not perfect. This is not the dream defined. That little Euclid device they used, in fact, was not as safe or as cool as they thought, and it made the floors above floor 1300 deadly because of these no clipping zones. You could be walking through it and hit a no clipping zone and cut your arm off. This is why we don't play God, okay? If you want to come to this fake level for some reason, you can enter a door labeled 314 on the first floor on negative 823rd Avenue on level 11. That's a very specific entrance, but you have to do that to get here. Going back and exiting is the same because you just have to walk through the door you came from, which is nice, I guess, but whatever you do, you can't go up any higher than floor 1300. This level does mark an important step in the Backrooms, though, because it was made with the goal of creating safe habitation in an unsafe place, right? The void that it was built in, that's a dangerous place. There's no food, no water, but they tried to play God. They tried to create their own little universe, and it didn't work, which, again, that goes to show no one else can control the Backrooms but the Backrooms. And it makes me actually wonder what happens up on those high levels, where it starts to become glitchy and fractured. Has anyone been there? Do we know what's up there? What creatures lurk there? I don't know. As everybody always says, nothing happens for no reason, and I'm sure that's the case for this level. There's probably something gross or weird going on under the cover, and this level was built to cover it up. Or not, that could be crazy. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed my explanation of this level, make sure to drop a like, go check it out below in the description. While you're down there, go check out Spoogly, my other channel where I upload monthly little documentaries if you're interested. Also my Twitter, my Instagram, that's where you can connect with me and see what I'm up to in my daily life. I want to thank you all so much for the amazing support here on the Broogly channel. I'm so excited for Halloween, the end of the year, lots of stuff is coming to you guys, and hopefully you're ready. Turn the notification bell on so you do get notified if you're into that kind of stuff. you don't have to, guys. I don't make it happen. You'll know when I upload. With all that said, thank you so much for everything that you do for me. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next video.